Please introduce yourself, state your name and DOC number for the record.
Antonio McDonald, 323245.
All right, Antonio, my name is Brendan Kelsey. I'll be chair. Along with me is Mr. Tony Marabella and Ms. Pearl Wise. We'll be your parole panel, explain the process to you, read some information to the record, ask you some questions. You can respond to you, you can make a statement, we'll take a vote. You understand the process?
Yes, sir.
And I see you have, looks like you have some supporters there, Ms. Deborah McLemore, Mary Newton, Judy England, Robert Newton. So thank y'all for being here. Antonio McDonald, DOC number 323245. You're a third class offender. Parole eligibility date 2/4/2010. Good time date 9/7/2027. Full term date 1/22/2029. A 25 year, 7-month, 5-day sentence. Distribution of cocaine, possession of cocaine, habitual offender. Does that sound correct?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Antonio, how old are you?
49 years old.
How many years have you been incarcerated?
19 years and several months.
18 years on a 25-year sentence, right?
Yes, sir.
What, were you a drug dealer, a drug user, or both?
I was a drug user.
Drug user, and you were addicted to cocaine, or what were you doing?
Addicted to cocaine, sir. Crack.
You have a poor supervision record as well. You know, you got out, you got revoked, you have obviously some opposition, nothing you can do about that. It looks like you were denied in 2018. Is that the last time you came up?
Yes, sir.
Tell me what you currently do there. Are you a trustee?
I'm a dorm rep. I represent the honor dorm, the guys in the honor dorm, and I keep a job.
In the honor dorm?
Yes, sir.
I can hear you. You don't have to lean down.
Right.
So when's your last disciplinary write-up?
February, 5 years and 9 months ago.
What's caused you not to have a disciplinary in 5 years and 9 months?
Change. Just being a different man.
What caused you to change? What happened?
Just looking back at my past, coming in and out of prison, angry, full of drugs, I had to change that. I decided not to do nothing more than hurt myself, hurt my family.
You have any children?
Yes, sir. I have 2.
How old are they?
My son is 26 and my daughter's 30.
You have a relationship with them?
I don't have a relationship with my son at this time. We want to build on one because he was young when I came into prison and he grew up without me, and his mother is here today, and she told me today that he wanted to have this relationship with me, but he just don't want to do it like this behind bars.
That's right. That makes sense. And then there's always time. If you do right, there's always time, because, those children they're there because of you. They're there for a reason. That's you. Now, how old they are, they need their daddy. So it's just never too late to have a relationship.
That's my focus. I love them. I realized I messed up. I abandoned them due to my addiction. It's my fault. The ripple effect is all my fault. I understand that.
Well, tell me what you've been doing since you've been down. It looks like you've been taking a lot of classes. I know I read through. Tell me about some of them. Tell me what you've done to combat your addiction, because your addiction's always going to be with you.
Always. I'm always be a struggling addict. I took 12 steps, celebrate recovery, phase 1 of living in balance, phase 1 and phase 2, Cage of Rage, Drug Deal Anonymous. I did a few of those classes. I still go to AA class. It taught me how to admit that I was a drug addict.
Well, that's something you have to do for the rest of your life. If I'm gonna let you out, you're gonna have to go to NA and AA forever.
I will. If I'm given the opportunity. My aunties at a church, we have an outreach program dealing with stuff like that.
What's your plans if you be released? Where you gonna go? What you gonna do?
I plan to go to Mississippi with my family at, where they got things set up for me to come to. My grandmother, my mother, my uncle, my whole family is out there.
Have you worked on your ICOTS yet to try interstate compact to
Yes,
get
sir.
you going?
Yes, sir.
Where in Mississippi?
Picayune.
Okay. Do you have a GED or high school diploma?
No, sir. I didn't. I tried. I went from literacy to pre-GED. I couldn't get past the math. Every
Man,
institution I've been in, every institution that I've been in school. Cottonport, Angola, Rayburn, and here at DCI. Uh, and instead of getting caught up on it and frustrated, I just focused on maintaining a job and
right.
trying to stay a part of something, stay positive.
I understand, but I wouldn't just give up on it because I mean, it's something that you could always, if you're getting everything else, you're still working on the math. Look, you got folks that can tutor you, and I believe you can get through that.
And my son mother just telling me about it, that she went to school too and got it. So maybe she could help me out with that.
Sure. Well, I'd advise you to do that for sure. So how old were you when you dropped out of school? What grade did you drop out of school?
I was about maybe 16.
So was that 11th grade, 8th, 10th grade, 9th grade? What grade?
I was in the 9th grade in Baton Rouge. I was going to Broadmoor High.
Uh-huh.
And when I left from Baton Rouge and went back home to Slidell, I just kind of like just fell off from school, started hanging around with the guys.
Got on the drugs.
That's what happened. Got on the drugs and just my life became unmanageable. I got a job working and I just didn't, that being young, I just didn't know how to maintain.
So you're gonna try to go back to Picayune if you plan. What kind of work you gonna do?
I do restaurant work. I always was cooks in restaurants, but my uncle and this guy, a close friend of his, they send me work and they got jobs lined up for me to working with them. But I like to go back to doing restaurant work.
Okay. And do your children live close? Your children, do they live close?
My son is in Crested Boot, Colorado, and my daughter is and she's in Houston, Texas. But she comes home. She comes back to Picayune from time to time.
Morton, you got any input for us?
Yes, sir. Mr. Kelsey, good morning. He mentioned he's in an honor dorm down there. That takes something. He's been here since 16. His last write-up he had was in 17, the high court write-up, and the one before that was 14, as you can see. So he's got a good write-up history. He's a dorm rep, which represents the dorms and kind of brings it to our attention matters that we may need to talk about for his other inmates. He's a Pride member, and he's also a member of the JCs, one of our organization clubs that kind of business and stuff like that. So he does a good job.
All right. All right. Would you like to make a statement on your behalf, Mr. McDonald?
No, sir.
That's probably a good idea. Panel prepared to vote. I'll vote first. Look, you sounds like you're working hard. You've done a lot of work. I've been through your file. You have good family support. You got positive institutional records. You got low Tiger risk score. You have positive warning comments. You are going to have some law enforcement opposition. I mean, there's nothing you can do about that. But I mean, you go back and show that you're a different man. But my vote today is to grant your parole to your plan. I guess it's in Picayune. If you need to get the interstate compact, if it had been approved, you need to work on getting that done.
Yes, sir.
But grant your parole, and I want you to attend the NAAA 3 times a week.
I will.
I want you to maintain full-time employment.
I will.
And I want you to do community service 6 hours per month. So you give back to the community. You need to help people that are in the same boat you were in as a young man. And I'm not gonna force you, but I want you to continue to work on your GED. You can do it. I'm telling you, you're a smart guy. You're gonna be able to get there.
I will.
All right, well, that's one vote. That's my vote. Ms. Wise?
Mr. McDonald, you did real well today. You really presented yourself well. You prepared a long time ago for this day. And I want to commend you for that. My vote is great. Special conditions. Well, I'd like to see you undergo a substance evaluation when you get settled. Go talk to a professional and just get the help that you need. Follow their recommendation. And I'd like you to do random drug screens. Best wishes to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Arabella?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. McDonald, you've done some excellent programs. You've got some comments by the warden. You're a low-risk tribe member. My vote likewise is the same to grant with the same conditions as outlined by my colleagues. So good luck to you.
All right, you have 3 votes for parole. You understand stipulations?
Yes, sir.
They'll be all written down for you. They'll be all given in front of you, okay? Good luck to you.
Thank y'all. I will
All
do.
right.
That was a lighthearted parole hearing. I can't remember sitting through one so lighthearted as that. Even Brooke got laughing. Good the hugs. That feels like a good story. Pretty clear cut. That was quick too. Look at that, under 12 minutes. I guess it just shows hard work pays off, at least in this case. Hard work and honesty. And the warden looks great here. I mean, he really seems to like really, have a relationship with his inmates, and he seems to really be genuinely happy when they look at that. That looks the way it should be, right? I like seeing that. I like this warden. We'll keep an eye on him. He doesn't know we're watching. Normally I shut it off, but he dresses well too. Not typically what you'd picture when you think of a prison warden. Yep. I'll start a new video for this one.